Hello, in this video is addressed to my twin flame Shia. Hi Shia. For those that's watching, I thank you for watching. This is going to be some crime against me and my twin flame. And not all crime against me. I'm trying to think if I need to lift up this camera because I don't like the angle of it completely. So I'm going to make this video only 15 minutes because I just realized I'm behind. And I really apologize not writing in the description yesterday. I think it was possession. They kept making me forget at times when I could have written down the description of when I was going to make the video yesterday for you. But then every time I got on the road, they reminded me. And I was not able to. I knew that there's no way I'm going to be able to do that while I'm driving. So, excuse me. I'm going to start with the notes from the beginning of when I didn't I'm going to start with the notes from the beginning, and I only had the night before. I drove the 13 hours yesterday. I only got like 5 hours of sleep that night, and I completely forgot the lack of sleep I had. So I have a cup of coffee here, Shia. I'm not talking about anything that I just talked about with the video unless I write it down. So I wrote it down. So at about 7:15 a.m., which was about 10 a.m. on the East Coast, my dad called and left a voicemail. I'm not talking to my dad, I'm not calling him back, I'm not texting him. Clearly, I'm not saying that it's a sign of psychopathy, but the way he acted on the voicemail, like nothing's going on, nothing's happening, that's partly covering it up. Like what goes on with my whole life, like everything's just a lie and nothing's happening. I'm just mentally ill. So I don't think I'm sure he possibly wanted to send the voicemail to try to act like, I don't know. He told me that it doesn't matter if you talk bad or good about him to you, Shia. He just wants Shia to know about him, about. So now I have to find the voicemail. I recorded it on here because the volume is not high enough. So whether or not this voicemail had anything to do with me going on that road trip, I'm sure like people already know what I'm going to do and what I'm not going to do. It's pretty obvious. There's some kind of technology where people can see an hour, a day, or wherever ahead of time. It's possible he was preventing me from going. It's possible he was trying to be like, I'm sorry and I'm on your side. I want you to be with Shia and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. However, this is what he sounded like, and I know you're extremely angry at him, and I am too, Shia, and I can't express myself completely about how I feel about what I recently learned. So this is what he sounds like.
Change your personal options. You have 0 new messages, 1 saved messages. Press 1 to listen to new messages. Press 2 to listen to saved messages.
Hello, Alyssa, this is Father. I don't know if you're in your apartment, on the run, on your car. You don't have to talk to me. Just give me a text and say you're okay. Alright? Alright. Love you. Bye.
His voice kind of sounded funny. He doesn't usually sound, that doesn't really what his voice sounds like completely. He doesn't really sound like that. So the thing is, what I recently learned is something bad happened to you that was extreme and the worst thing that could happen to someone. And in regards to my situation, everyone they got on my parents, they got so many people involved and so many people wanted to get involved and contributed. So it's like this, there's so many people involved, it looks crazy and it doesn't. So I feel like they think they really can't, they really are continuing to try to make sure that I die or we don't be together because they got so many people involved, or there's just so much evidence, there's so much trails, paper trails. There's so many trails that can lead to, it's very obvious what everyone did to Alyssa, and you couldn't even put this written down on paper. This wouldn't even be in the Guinness Book of World Records, the amount of crime and the amount of people that did things to me. So I know that he knows that you put the 7 on the YouTube, the number 7, to tell him. And no, there's no chance that I could. I'm not asking for help from my dad. He sent that money voluntarily. He canceled it purposely. He wrote on the check, "Call me." So I did call him, not for the money, but I called him because I was getting all these death threats. It was getting scary at one point, and I was told to call him. But I'm not asking him for any money. I'm not asking for any help. I still have these criminals trying to say you have to go live with your dad. Well, no, I don't. I'm not going to go live with my dad. I'm bounced around in a ping pong ball all my entire life. And this is part of the killing. You can't move around and bounce around like a ping pong so many times in your life. It kills someone. It kills someone's spirit. They have more chances of doing crime to me when at little pieces, with people do it like a little amount all the time when you just keep bouncing around. So he sounded like he probably I'm sure he's upset. However, you can't do this to someone. And I don't act appropriately, Shia. Victims don't act appropriately the way that they express themselves. This is part of the I've already said it. They're going to be punished. They're going to be punished. That's death. That's murder. To do something like that to someone, that's pure death and murder. And I look like shit today, but what else? When do I not look like shit? I'm looking back at my thumbnails and my videos. My looks have changed drastically. So I'm in a situation though because I have nowhere to go. There's no way I'm moving into another room. because the same thing's gonna happen. They'll just have new people get involved. The old criminals will still keep doing crime to me nonstop. There's no way moving into another room is going to help the situation. And there's way too much evidence on this wall. There's way too much evidence in this apartment. There's no way, after having 38 years of covert, invisible crime being done to me, there's no way when I have evidence I'm going to move away. However, I thought, well, maybe I can move into my car. There's a lot of reasons why it's very unsafe for me to live in my car right now. It's very uncomfortable to live in my car. And it was impossible after 9 days. I couldn't even make it to Sedona. I made it to Joshua Tree. And yesterday, after how people were treating me, there's definitely good people that were helping and interfering with the attacks. But there was many attacks, and I felt very unwelcome in a lot of places that I was going into. Technically, whether you're good or bad and you are looking or talking to me or associating with me in public, they're going to get tortured no matter what. So there's a lot of people acting really mean. But in regards to this whole situation, specifically with the rodent entities, they're little jokes. They're little mice. They're little jokes. They can't figure out that they're jokes because of what they are. But just because they can't figure out that they're a joke, it doesn't mean that they're not a joke. And that's part of the joke, that they can't figure out that they're jokes. So, Lemurian technology. Oh. And then yesterday, and then before I even went on the road trip, my heart was acting funny. I gotta clip my nails. They're getting a little long. I'm going to make sure I'm not tired to cut my hair. I'm waiting until I'm not tired because I'm tired today. And I might show you the pictures tomorrow, Shia. I really want to show you the pictures and talk about the road trip today. However, I actually think that you need to rest, Shia, because I just talked a lot about very evil things, and I think we both just need to rest. I really don't. I kind of want it to be fresh in my memory to show you. However, that's going to take too much time. I took tons of photos while I was driving. I didn't even look at the camera. I just snapped the photos, like, a lot. So I kind of want to take my time and go through them a lot. So this was the notes about the trip that and all with that harassment I was just recently talking about the past 24 hours, they enhance it with AI. They enhance it to make it painful. These are military grade weapons. I don't know if military grade is the term for it. However, these are like extreme torture AI weapons. And I checked the pendulum to see what you think, and all you think is that, yeah, prison sentence. That's what you think. Judgment. It landed on judgment and deservability. So, in regards to what happened to you, Shia, I personally think that you have to stop collecting evidence. If you are still collecting evidence, and shut off completely. You have to know that we can go back to it, and you have enough evidence. You have to cut it off completely, the public news, because I think it's saving my life. But it's weird how I cut off the public news and now I have all of this sex harassment that's like out of control in regards to what I just listed off in the last video. It's weird that how that all started up right when I cut off the public news. So they made a whole new like program because I stopped that program of watching the public news. I think you have to cut it off because it's a cord, and honestly, I just imagine looking. If I do imagine looking up on Google, all I can think is that I'm gonna have a stroke. I'm gonna die. There's all kinds of manipulation, Shia, and around with it, even if it's not true. There's a lot of manipulation that's very painful, and just you have to realize that something's going to happen. Something's going to happen to change it, Shia. You have to know that. I feel and know that 100%. There's something's going to happen to the theft of your DNA and what happened. Something's going to happen. But I did definitely got some good street theater. People definitely helped along the trip. I took photographs to make me remember what they did, to tell you. You are in a worse situation, Shia. I saw the arms in the rakia photo of the rope. However, I can't see you or hear you. That's killing me, Shia. It's been too long. It is killing me. I really think that we are equivalent in sickness and near death. We really are sickness. Because, yeah, what happened to your DNA is awful, but I had to witness and observe the whole thing while we were married, but not physically together. That can kill someone as much as it happening to you. It's both like extremely equivalent, equal in pain and sickness. But it's all going to be returned back to the sender, Shia. And I have to stop this video now to make sure that it goes through on. I have a lot to say. I wrote down a lot of notes. But I really can't really live in my car. It's kind of impossible because it's kind of impossible, but I would like to go and meet. However, if I go on a road trip and just drive the whole time and just stop at truck stops in rest areas and like go into a Walmart or Target for groceries, if I just keep driving, that might work. So, like for next month, not this month, because I don't have enough money, but it would probably take me 2 weeks to plan a road trip. So I might actually start planning that road trip just in case I have to, because I have a chronic need of feeling like I have to escape. This feeling has been going on my entire life, but recently it's the same but worse. So I'm going to talk to you in the next part. I love you, Shia. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you so much, Shia, for watching.